Hello again, everybody. Hope you're having a good week. It's almost Friday, or by the time you see this, it'll probably be Friday. Right now, it's late on a Thursday night here right now. But I wanted to talk about something more positive in this video. I know so often we're talking about all the things that we're preparing for, and things can make us anxious and worry. And there is a lot to be concerned about in the world right now and in our country and right around us. And we've been talking about that a lot. But I think we have to also uh, live and just do the best we can to have a good time and to look at the positive and really talk about those positive experiences, which I had one uh, like almost a week ago, last Saturday. I mentioned before my daughter's graduation, and it was a great experience. I'll get more into detail about that in a second, but I mean, it's difficult. I mean, there's so much going on in our world. I know that's negative and cause for worry. I mean, you got an economy that's on the ropes right now. You got a supply chain that's stretched beyond the max, and you can make a good argument that it's just completely broken. Shortages from food to raw materials to things like lumber and computer chips, and it just goes on and on. You got a country that's just deeply divided. I mean, I can't remember the last time, that there's been so much division amongst the population in this country. Everything's so politicized. Um, there's a drought. There's a super drought going on in the western part of the country that's really threatening crops, and that could drive up our prices on our food and have all kind of ramifications. Fire season's coming up. There's cyber threats that we just had a cyber attack, with this with the pipeline, with the oil pipeline. So and that's those threats are going to increase, and I think we're going to see more of that. So there's so much going on. We got several places in the world that we've been talking about in my last video. Several places in the world that you have a war just really erupt uh, into something really big. So there's so much going on that it's really difficult to keep up with it all. It really is. I mean, it's really something. It's like we're living in a twilight zone, really for the last year and a half. This pandemic is not completely over. Look at India. I mean, and then Taiwan. I read today that Taiwan is also having a lot of problems with this stuff, a new variant. So, it's still around. But had a really good experience. I mean, I know I mentioned before, again, my daughter's graduation was last Saturday, and it was outdoors. It was in their stadium. Now, this is a medium-sized university. It's not super large. It's not real small. So the stadium was good size, but not huge. So each graduate was able to invite four family or friends. So there wasn't a monster crowd, but I mean, it was a good crowd. I mean, this was probably, I don't know, 5,000 or more, at least people, probably more than that in there. So it was a beautiful day. The weather was perfect, so that helped. And granted, it's a joyous occasion. It was a graduation of your family or your friends, so people are happy to be there. But given that, still, I was a little anxious, to tell you the truth. I haven't been around a big crowd in a while, other than just a grocery store every now and then. But I was just really impressed. I mean, there were, to have such a large number of people in a relatively small space. I mean, like I said, the stadium was decent size, but everything was just very orderly. I mean, people, there were no masks. I mean, masks were optional, but I only saw one or two people really with a mask on. So it was really nice to see people's faces. I mean, you can tell when somebody's smiling, and there was a lot of smiles and laughing, and people were just happy. I mean, and these were people of all ages, races. I mean, it was very diverse. It was so cool. I mean, but it was just a very happy event. I mean, um, people were talking together that didn't know each other, that we were when we were waiting for things to get going, but the whole thing lasted probably about 2.5 hours altogether, maybe almost 3 hours. But people were high fiving, afterwards. So going into the stadium, coming back out. I mean, you have these little bottlenecks with people and all, but everybody was kind and really nice and letting people go through that were older or whatever, and just being polite to each other. And afterwards, you had the little clusters, and before you had clusters of families taking pictures, and there was laughing and little celebrations going on all over the place. I like to watch. I observe a lot of other people as well, but it was just such a positive thing. I mean, and so for about 2.5, 3 hours there, it was like the world's problems was just put aside for a while, and you had a big, gigantic group of people. For the most part, didn't know each other, but they had something in common that was it was a celebration, and just enjoyed it. You know, we just soaked it up. I mean, the world's problems didn't exist for a while there. So it was really nice. And like I said, it was really nice to see people's faces, to see them smile. There was a lot of it. It was just very joyful, very happy. It was just happiness. And I tell you, I rode that high for several days. I still feel it. Um, so I just had to share that. I just wanted to get that out there. There are good things. There are positive things going on. You know, uh, we have to really hold on to that and talk about that too. You know, so I just want to say that, and you know, if you have a chance to visit friends, family in person, please do it if you're able. Get together with them. Turn the cell phone off. Turn the TV off. A laptop. Put it down and just talk. You know, spend time with each other. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Okay, you can go to the park, cook something together, and share it together, and just have conversations and have a good time. You know, we need that. We need that badly. When you're out in public, uh, be nice to others. Extend some grace. I mentioned that in my last couple of videos ago. But extend some grace. I think we need that so bad right now in this country, the world really, but in our country, we're so divided. There's an opportunity where you can extend some grace and just be just the little things. I mean, letting somebody in traffic when you're in traffic and there's a car waiting to come in, and you're going to be waiting a while anyway. There's some space that opens up. You know, got him in there. So go ahead. I do it every chance I get. You know, what it's only going to take me it's going to hold me up, what, 30 seconds? Let somebody come in before you. Hold the doors open for people when you're going in and out of the store or the bank or whatever. Be polite, smile. You know, maybe more when I'm wearing the mask less, you can see people smiling now. You know, nod, smile, say hello. I mean, it seems like we've gone for about a year and a half or so with none of that. You know, and everybody's so on edge and tense. You know, you can cut it with a knife. But this event, granted, like I said, it was a joyous occasion and people had all that in common of a celebration, but still, you know, it was just, everybody was just so happy, and it was just awesome. It was awesome. So, again, um, extend some grace, really do your best. Just, it's up to us as individuals. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Okay. And almost every time you're going to get that back. All right. I know not every time. But you know, if somebody's giving off the negative vibes, if you've got somebody that wants to be angry, whether it's out there, then you want to just put, like I said before, put as much separation as you can between that person and yourself, and just get away from that, run from it. Okay, gravitate towards the positive people. People are going to build you up. People are going to be supportive of you. Okay, and you be supportive of them. So let's do that. Let's carry that with us. There's plenty to be worried about tomorrow. There's plenty to be worried about. We need to keep preparing for. There's, like I mentioned before in the first of the videos, so many things that we need to be that are coming around the corner, and we got a bumpy ride ahead. There's no doubt about it. There's big challenges, huge challenges that we are going to face even in the coming weeks and months. I really believe that. However, live your life. Okay, have fun. Don't be afraid. Don't be anxious. All right. We're prepared, right? Okay. Keep preparing. All right. I think that's all I'm going to ramble on for now. But I hope you have a good Friday, good weekend. God bless you. And I'll see you soon.